Hello, Leo. So access to data is still underlying most telematics insurance use cases. But as it stands right now, car manufacturers are the quasi-gatekeepers to that data, given that there's no clear EU legislation. What is your view on that? Who should be the gatekeeper? Should it be car manufacturers, for instance with the system Nevada Share and Secure? Should it be an independent third party?
I think it really depends on the situation. So basically, we will not get all the data from the OEM ever, because as long as they have access to the car and to the car buyer, because they get this in the contract, they will keep this data. But there will be, when we get towards more autonomous driving, regulatory pressure that data sources must be opened up. And for example, there is now talks like in German or European legislation, let's say it really in general, that in case of accidents, the data source must be opened, and we think that this will be the way. So there will be certain parts of the data open, available, and there will be third-party providers. I can imagine companies who do servicing, which will make this data available.
Okay. You mentioned briefly autonomous driving. This is one key component of how the entire motor insurance market is changing. You have a move towards mobility rather than owning a car. You have insurtechs emerging on the distribution end. How do you think insurers should adapt now for these trends in order to survive in the future?
I think they really have to recalibrate their client perspective. I think it will be so important that the service which is done today by the insurance industries, I mean, they make basically the world go round. They insure the traffic every day, that they keep this service. Because this service, for example, taking care of an accident immediately, having the capital available to clean the roads of all cities in case of accident, is a massive service aspect, which is basically a little bit at stake right now, as others try to provide the same services. For example, OEMs again, and they should not be too competitive about this, so we have to watch out to be a very good service provider to our insured, to our client.
Great answer. And then your talk centered around cyber insurance and let's say
today,
cyber attacks. Given that the majority of all cyber attacks, or let's say human error is underlying still the majority of all cyber attacks, what does that mean for insurers and how they can help their clients?
Well, I tried to show how Munich Re approaches this topic. There, it is not only to insure cyber in an abstract way, but it's really to provide a service to the insured, and that's especially basically risk management measures must be taken in a very clear way. People must be prepared more, trained better, there must be clear policies, clear handouts, how to work with these basically new vulnerable parts in your business or in your private life. So there must be much more done in risk management, in risk avoiding, in prevention. And that's the first part. And the second part is when it occurs, because we all do human errors, you're right, and there will always happen something, then there must be something, some service which interacts immediately after the loss is seen or the incident is seen. And that's where we need to all invest in. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your insights. It was also a great presentation and hope to see you again soon.
See you soon.